Episode 5! And, like the best Star Wars movie, we've got something for everyone. Comedy, excitement, questions answered, happiness, confusion, pathos. So, we should kick off high energy with a bag full of enthusiasm and those 2 magic words.
Roll titles.
It's the age-old question. What do comedians do in the day? Not everyone spends countless hours working on a criminally underseen vlog series, so how do they fill the time? Great question, Bumchin. What do comedians do in the day? Let's do a pie chart. It's hard to draw a circle. No. That's too small. Oh, for fuck. Better. So, if this is a 24-hour day, first we take out the hours we're asleep. A joke there. Okay, let's say 8 hours sleep. Then gig. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes on stage. Next up, travel. Anywhere from 30 minutes to all the minutes. But more on that later. 1 to 2 hours, admin. This mainly involves sending emails that aren't replied to and saying who books that at least 17 times a day. A good bit of social media. Out of the crust's gone. Tweets testing out jokes, overwrought Facebook diatribes, Instagram dinners, self-indulgent vlogs, all important parts of your brand. At least 1 hour of Netflix, also known as research. 6 to 30 minutes of personal time. This depends on energy levels, flat occupancy, and proximity of the last breakup. Anywhere from 0 minutes upwards for writing. This can be affected by Netflix, travel, and of course personal time. And then of course the rest. Food, coffee, toilet trips, filming pies, and miscellaneous other creative endeavours, like this one. These days pretty much everyone has a podcast, and I'm on my way to record a particularly popular one called Film Fandango. It's about films.
Hello.
I like films.
Oh, good.
Fans of the podcast will probably assume it's recorded in some very expensive studio or dog sanctuary, but it's actually taped in David Reed's modest North London flat. This is the expensive studio, and that is the dog sanctuary.
What do you want from me?
Marek Larwood.
A co-host of the Film Fandango podcast, which I have been doing for about 3 years now. 2 men talking, no one listening. This week it's 3 men, if you count Simon Feilder as a man.
Got David Reed here.
Hello.
David, quickly explain what the podcast is.
It's called Film Fandango, and we talk about films.
What are we talking about today? Got my radio voice ready.
Okay, good, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Well, we will be talking about Batman v Superman.
Great, haven't seen it.
Dawn of Justice.
Okay.
And then we'll be talking about the film you brought in.
Yes.
Which is Me, Earl and the Dying Girl.
Correct. I like the way I said brought in, like I brought it in on a VHS tape and we all sat around and watched it. I would really like that. Oh no, sorry, I mean I've brought everyone a copy of it.
We're all great friends. We always hang out.
Podcast in the bag. I think it was quite successful, David.
Yeah, it's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
You know.
And that podcast will probably be available to listen to
in a couple of weeks
now. By the time you watch this.
Right.
Marek, where can they get the podcast?
On the internet.
Alright, thanks as ever for your help. comedy is like a non-stop apprenticeship slash constant internship. Unless you're that guy off the telly or really, really well known, it's a constant hustle for gigs. Today I am driving to Liverpool. While I'm there, I'm doing a tryout spot, which basically means I do a short set, and then if it goes well, hopefully they book me for more work in the future. FYI, Liverpool is 200 miles from my house in London. There and back in a day. I've just realised it's a bank holiday tomorrow. This could not have been a worse idea today. My sat-nav is currently saying the ETA is 6:30 PM. I'm on about 9 apparently. So we'll see how close we can get. Pretty much stationary traffic, and I'm 40 minutes into the journey. Well, I stopped briefly for a wee and a cup of tea. The ETA now on the sat-nav is 7:32. Bearing in mind I left my house at 1:30, so just the 6-hour journey. It sort of adds more pressure onto the gig, doesn't it? I've got quite achy buttocks. Still driving. ETA 8:30 now. Quick reminder, left the house at 1:30. Always check the bank holidays. Fingers crossed it's the best gig in the world ever that I've ever done. I've made it. I'm in Liverpool. I've parked my car. I'm now sort of lost in a car park. Only 7 hours, 20 minutes since I left home, and only 10 minutes till I'm on at the gig. What a treat. What? Liverpool, how's it going? Nice. Better now. Hello. Don't touch, that's not real, Christ. I've broken the comedy club. Hello. Have a great night. I'm in Simon Feilder. Cheers. Well, that went averagely. So, back in the car now for the 200-mile journey home. Comedy. So, that was disappointing, all told. I think it doesn't help when the journey takes the entire day. That builds up the gig, you know, in your head. You're like, well, I've come all this way, it better be the best gig ever. So it was average, but not my finest hour. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy for the real world. It's like you're maybe up for a promotion, and so you go to see your boss, who is 7.5 hours away, and he doesn't really laugh at your jokes as much as you'd hoped. I'm not great at analogies. There'll be other gigs. I'll go and do it again. Hopefully it'll go better next time. Such is the life of a comedian. Violins. I'm going to stop filming myself in the motorway services now because I've still got 150 miles to go home.